today at the Hyatt Zilara and Hyatt Ziva, Cap Cana in the Dominican Republic.
I can't wait to tell you all the things you should know before you book your trip. So stay tuned for our review. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Max.
I'm Marin.
And we're Voyager Group. Post weekly videos with travel tips, hotel reviews, and videos from some of our favorite destinations around the world. So if you don't already, consider subscribing. And if you like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. All right, so before we jump into the review, we just want to cover real quick. We're here during COVID-19, and we've been down in the Dominican for about 4 weeks, working with hotels. We've had a great opportunity to see what hotels are doing to prepare for reopening and what they're doing to help stop the spread of COVID-19. So what we've done for all the videos that we have while we're here is we've created a special COVID-19 rating. Make sure you stay to the end of the video to see that.
That being said, let's jump right into the review. Our first category is location, and location we rate 5 stars, no question.
It's so beautiful here in the Cap Cana area. Cap Cana is a gated community that's on the tip of Punta Cana. It's very close to the airport, about a 10-minute drive to most properties. And this hotel in particular is on one of the most beautiful beaches in Cap Cana. It's very long, it's incredibly white, it has perfectly flat water. And although they do have Sargassy and seaweed that does come at certain times of the year, they've done a phenomenal job of trying to keep the seaweed off of the main beach, and they do the best that they can to really keep it nice. Either way, the water is warm, it's shallow. You can walk almost 500 yards offshore and you're still only waist deep. So it really is an outstanding location.
It's called Juanillo Beach, and the only other hotel next to us right now is the Secrets Cap Cana as well. So it's a beautiful, pristine, quiet stretch of beach.
With the location, you might be a little bit confused on the website whether or not the Hyatt Ziva and the Hyatt Zilara are in the same place. They are exactly in the same place. The hotels are connected. As a guest, you can travel from one part of the hotel to the other part of the hotel. They're on the same beach, same location. One really important thing to keep in mind is that the only difference between the Hyatt Ziva and the Zilara is that the Hyatt Ziva is family friendly versus the Zilara is adults only. And so the only restriction between going back and forth is if you do have kids that are here, you're not going to be able to go use the facilities at the Zilara. However, if you're a couple and you're staying in the Hyatt Ziva, you are able to go use all the facilities at the Zilara. And if you're in the club level, then you can use all the club level facilities at the Zilara as well. And so that's an important thing to just note about the two properties and their location. They're right on this same beautiful beach. They share all of the facilities. And so in terms of location, there is really no difference other than the family friendly versus adults only experience. Because we're here in such a unique time too, where the occupancy is so low, there's barely anyone at this hotel or the hotel next door. And so we had the unique opportunity to actually kiteboard out on Juanillo Beach on this incredibly flat water. That really was one of the highlights of the trip, I think.
Yeah. Our next category is lobby and check-in. Lobby and check-in we rate 5 stars. So we're actually staying on the Hyatt Zilara side, which is the adults only, all-inclusive side of the hotel. The other side is Hyatt Ziva, which is more family friendly. They both have 2 entirely separate lobbies and check-in experiences. Because we checked in here on reopening day of the hotel, everyone was funneled through the lobby at Ziva, but on a normal basis, you would be checking into the corresponding lobby of the hotel that you're staying in.
This hotel only opened in November of 2019, and so before they had to shut down again for COVID-19, they really did not have a long period of time that they were open. So this really was like the reopening of the hotel. They were super excited. We got to do a ribbon cutting where they just went above and beyond to welcome us with this ridiculous experience. It didn't feel like the reopening of the hotel, it felt like the grand opening of the hotel. And being able to share that where we got to cut a ribbon and get the piece of the ribbon and have all of these people be so excited that we were here to reopen it along with the 10 other guests that checked in that day. Overall, that experience I think is one that we will always remember for the rest of our lives because it was just so unique and they put so much effort into just making this incredibly welcoming feeling. If you do book into one of the club rooms here, they do have separate check-ins in both the Ziva and the Zilara that are for club guests that are separate from the main lobbies. And we'll get a little bit more into the lobbies themselves later on when we talk about style.
Our third category is rooms, and rooms we rate 4.5 stars. We are in the master suite with an ocean view, so it's a 1-bedroom suite. All the suites at Ziva and Zilara come with a butler service as well, which is a really nice benefit. They help you out with anything you need, get you anything you need for the room.
Yeah, the rooms are really beautiful. They're very spacious, just really gorgeous rooms in general. You know, they have great decor. They've also removed some of the decor from the rooms to make it easier to clean. But one of my favorite things about the room is the lighting. And the lighting in this room is really, really great. They have so many cool accent lights. They have so many cool lamps. And of course, my favorite thing, they have a master switch next to the bed that shuts it all off.
And in the bathroom, if you get up in the middle of the night to use it, the lights very subtly turn on under your feet, as well as in the actual toilet room, which is a really nice way to do that so you're not fumbling for a light switch in the middle of the night when you don't know where it is. The rooms in general are a really nice size. The balconies are very spacious, and everything is tilted looking out to the property and the ocean beyond. So most rooms have an ocean view. However, if you do book a resort view room on points like we did and you want to upgrade to an ocean view, you can always ask at check-in.
Now, an important thing to note is we did book on points, but the room that we are showing in this is not the actual room that we booked into. We did receive an upgrade upon arriving here because we are providing the hotel with some photography and some social media coverage. And so because of that, we did get upgraded into a much nicer room than what we had originally booked on points. But one of the coolest things about this room is the fact that there's literally a jacuzzi tub right on the balcony. You can sit out there, draw a tub, and just look right out at the ocean. It's a really nice thing to do in the afternoon.
If you're looking to book with your family, the Ziva side is probably the most appropriate side for you, especially if you have kids under 18. All of the rooms do have a pull-out sofa as well, and the rooms on the Ziva side are particularly designed for younger kids. They can play with the headboard, and there's some elements in the rooms there that are meant for kids.
So our fourth category is service.
Service, we rate 4.5 stars. I can honestly say the service was exceptional. Management really, really deeply cares about the guest experience, and there was so much happening, and they were very attentive.
Yeah, as a club level guest, we also had a butler, Enger, who was just amazing. Like, he was so on top of the ball. He was the butler for, I think, probably almost all the rooms while we were here. Normally, the butlers manage about 40 rooms each, so they do have a bit more of a workload. That could change the service experience depending on when you're here in terms of occupancy, but you know, from what we've seen and our experience in our stay and talking to a couple guests while we were here about their experience, service was really fantastic across the board. The only thing that we hope is that they can keep up that same level of service when they are at a higher occupancy. This is a very big property. It is 375 rooms in each property. In the Ziva and in the Zilara, that's a total of 750 rooms, and that's a lot of people.
And at the pool, Felix and ladies took such good care of us in our cabana that we had. It was a really nice experience, and at all the restaurants, the staff really genuinely wanted to make your experience the best they could.
And another really important thing to remember is to hit the like button if you're still watching this video and you like it, okay? If you're finding this information useful, hit the like button. It really helps. All right, so our fifth category is dining.
Dining, we rate 4.5 stars. Dining here is unbelievable. I'm not really sure what we expected coming here. I guess based on our previous experiences, we thought it would be good. However, it was exceptional. Some of our favorite restaurants like Brando's, which is a French Polynesian cuisine. They also have this Indian restaurant we were able to try where we ate inside a train car. It was just such a cool experience.
All of the dining here has really been fabulous. In particular, the dinners have been really great. Brando's was very high-end fine dining. There's really no other way to put it than that. And if you look at some of our other videos about Hyatt Ziva and Zilara, we have been very harsh on dining. Dining experiences at some of the other Zivas has not quite been what we expected. And so coming to this Ziva and experiencing the food that we did, after staying at some of the hotels that we've stayed in the Dominican Republic, which are known for their dining, honestly, this was just as good, if not better in some cases, as many of those other hotels that we've stayed at. So that really is a credit to this hotel. It's a credit to David, who manages the food and beverage. It's a credit to the head chef. They've done a fabulous job of putting together really high quality food and high quality ingredients with amazing preparation.
They have so many different outlets. There is something for everyone. They've got a Mongolian and sushi restaurant that looks beautiful. I mean, they have it all.
Of course, just as a reminder, if you are staying at either the Ziva or the Zilara, you can go to any of the dining options. So in total here, they have 2 buffets, 8 restaurants, and 29 bars.
And I will point out as well, they're really focused on making guest experience absolutely perfect. So they take great care with food allergies as well as preferences like keto and paleo.
The alcohol that they stock is very high end. They are very generous with the way that they make drinks. These are not your typical all-inclusive drinks. The wine selection is very good as well.
They do also offer 24/7 room service during COVID times. It is a very well done contactless delivery, just like Uber Eats would be.
Our 6th category is facilities.
Facilities is 5 stars. There's really no other way around it. You have double of everything here, including the absurd selection of pools, the beachfront. You've got an amazing spa. You've got a water park that rivals the Six Flags in California. I mean, they have everything.
It's a great family-friendly thing to do. I mean, it's just a fun place to do. There's tons of activity. And then the gym is also something that I think is worth talking about. I mean, the gym is probably one of the best hotel gyms we've ever seen.
I'm typically not super into booking club level rooms at all-inclusives. However, here you actually have access to 2 separate restaurants for breakfast and lunch that is not available to everybody else, which is a huge value add, particularly since those restaurants are a la carte and on the beach.
You do have access to one of the club level only pools, which is set back from the main pool, which is on the beach, but it does have a different bar that is stocked with premium alcohols, and so that is a little bit of a difference too with the club level. All right, our 7th and final category is style.
Style, we rate 4.5 stars. We absolutely love the style here. The 2 properties have very distinct, separate styles, the Ziva being a little bit more playful, round pools, nest-like things everywhere. And the Zilara side is very elegant, more square, modern, a little bit more sparse in terms of like what the actual look is.
Across the property, the lighting is incredible. They have accent lighting, they have lamps, they have hanging things, they have lights coming up from the floor, they have lights lighting other things, and that goes for the restaurants, the rooms. All across the property, they've done really, really cool things with lighting. My favorite thing in this room was the accent walls that they put in the bathroom. They have a really cool accent wall behind the main tub and in the shower as well.
Overall, we rate this property 4.7 stars. We have had an incredible experience. The rooms, the food, the beverages, everything has been so top-notch.
If we're being completely honest, we did not expect to rate this property that high. We tried not to have a preconceived notion of what it's going to be like, but obviously it's a large all-inclusive. It is a corporate brand. We do love Hyatts so much, but at the same time, we've stayed at other Zivas where as much as we've liked the property, the food and the service have not been great. And so coming to this property at this time and having the experience that we had was something that really surprised us and surprised us for the better. The really important thing to note is we are here during COVID-19. We were part of the reopening. They're at an extremely low occupancy. And so we do really hope that they're going to be able to keep the same level of service, the same level of dining as they have in the past. We definitely will come back and we will make a follow-up video about this in the next year or two to see what the property is like and make sure that it still kind of lives up to the same standards that we've recorded in this video.
Our COVID safety rating, which is new, and we rate this property 4.5 stars on COVID safety.
Overall, Playa Hotels, who manages these Hyatts, have done a really good job on safety. We stayed at another Playa hotel before this, the Sanctuary, which we've linked up here in the upper right-hand corner. Equally, they did a fabulous job. They took tons of safety measures, everything from sanitizing your documents to putting protective barriers. Every single person in all the restaurants wore both a mask, face shield, and rubber gloves when they were serving you, and you could constantly see them sanitizing everything that they were using. The measures that they were taking were really, really impressive.
Yeah, we absolutely loved with room service the way they delivered the food. It was clearly very thought through. Everyone was very well trained on it. Everything had a safety seal and it was completely contactless. So they were really trying to minimize how they interacted with you. As well as in the restaurants, they knew to wait for us to put our mask on before they approached the table.
Yeah, which was really nice.
The only reason we didn't rate it 5 stars for COVID safety is because they didn't require guests to wear a mask. And they even went so far in the restaurant to tell us not to worry, we don't have to wear one. But frankly, if you're coming here and if you're watching this video and booking your trip right now, please wear a mask. It is the only respectful thing to do, and it can really save people's lives.
But overall, they've done a fantastic job with COVID-19. Citizens are required to wear masks here in the Dominican Republic. If you are Dominican, you are required to wear a mask, but if you're a tourist, you are not. So the hotel is really just following what the Dominican law is right now and just kind of going along with that. They haven't created a more stringent rule. So that is one thing to just keep in mind, that it's not really the hotel's decision to do that. But in terms of how this hotel and this brand in general has reacted, if you look at some of our other videos from the Dominican, we did give much lower COVID safety ratings to some hotels that simply just didn't take the same precautions as we're seeing at the couple hotels that are managed by the Playa Group.
We feel super comfortable here. We know we're being taken care of, and we know the staff is doing everything, even behind the scenes when we don't see them. So that's been a really nice experience. So if you are traveling during this time, you can feel very comfortable knowing that.
Quick plug before we wrap up this video, we did book this hotel on Hyatt points. We are not sponsored by Hyatt in any way. They do not give us any benefits if you sign up for their credit card, but we do have the Hyatt credit card and we love it. It's been one of the ways that before we started travel blogging that we traveled all the time. We were able to go from Hyatt to Hyatt and we were able to accrue points very quickly and get a higher status and get higher room upgrades, and in general, it's just been one of those things that's always kind of followed us throughout our travels. And so now that we are travel blogging and we're doing this more often, it's still something that we like to shout out. We've had a great experience with Hyatts around the world. This Hyatt, again, was not disappointing. It was a fabulous experience. This property is 25,000 Hyatt points a night for an all-inclusive property. There's really no point system out there that's gonna beat that. It is a fabulous conversion. It's a fabulous deal. If you want to learn more about the Hyatt program or our credit card recommendations, we've also linked that in the description below. Go check it out on our blog. Our blog has tons of other information about travel tips, hotels, as well as our destination guides. You can check out our destination guide for the Dominican Republic.
And if you'd like to see photos from our trip, you can check us out on Instagram at Voyager Guru.
And if you've made it to the end of this video and haven't hit the like button, hit the like button and leave us a comment below. And of course, make sure to subscribe.
And as usual, I'm Maren.
And I'm Max.
And we're Voyager Guru. See you out there.